All right, thank you for joining us. Welcome back to the show. We've made a quick change, and Nigeria's fastest man is, zapped quickly out of the studios. And we have, I don't know whether these guys are very fast on the tracks, but I know they know what to talk about anytime they come on Sports Tonight. Let me start from my immediate right. Tunde Koiki, a content analyst with Complete Communications. Today we're happy to have you on Sports Tonight this Monday.
Always a pleasure, thank you very much.
Oye Uchimajuku, some people say you are a Chelsea fan, but it doesn't really matter. Once you're on Sports Tonight, I can trust that you will deliver, whether you're a Chelsea fan or not. But it's good to have Oye Uchimajuku, news editor, Sporting Live as well, on the show. How was your weekend, Oye?
With some people. You are the one insinuating that I'm a Chelsea fan. Maybe you are mistaking the blue of Enyimba for Chelsea.
Okay, Enyimba, okay. I must be doing that must be a slip on my part. That must be a slip on my part. I thought you were Atland or Owerri, not Enyimba.
No,
Atland is your. I thought it was Atland.
Yes, Atland is from my state, but you know,
they've not won anything in
the heart there. They are used to breaking hearts.
But they won the Federation Cup back to back just a few years ago.
That was a few years ago. Before they won that Federation Cup, you knew what happened.
Sounds like
very close.
Sounds like a certain English team I know
that are now winning trophies. Good times will return. I mean, that's the message. I mean, if you look at the number of failures now had before things turned around.
Some mischievous people said they won a tray. You know, the community ship looks like a tray.
No, it's a silverware. Whether it's a tray, whether it looks like a tray. Arsenal fans will have a lot to say to you tonight, and I'm sure they'll be responding to you on Twitter. All right, but guys, good to have you on the show.
Thank you very much.
Well, the weekend for Nigeria was football, mixed fortunes.
Yeah.
Up, down, and what can we say? I think we should start off from there, really. The All Africa Games, for the guys, we were able to go to Congo, Point Noir, get the kind of result we wanted to qualify. For the girls, it was a bridge too far for them to achieve, so they couldn't qualify. So mixed fortunes for Nigeria. The guys have a chance of being at the Rio Olympics. The girls definitely are out. Toyin.
Well, Toyin, for Claude Leroy, the old folks was outfoxed by Samson Siasia. And I think we must give kudos to the under-23 team. You know, going to Point Noir to get a goalless draw is no mean feat. For Leroy, I think his undoing was fingering with his team. He came to Port Harcourt with a different team and invited more players. Football is a game of 11 players. I don't think when you don't have players like Lionel Messi, then you have to play as a team. So for him, I'm sure he'll be ruined. They are out there from the qualification series. But for Siasia, a lot of work still needs to be done. You know, a team that creates a lot of chances, but can't put them away. If we had won that game very convincingly,
and we had chances, I was told, in Point Noir as well.
Yes, we did.
That were wasted.
Which was particularly interesting for me because the reports I got from the game in Port Harcourt was that Nigeria didn't go the team didn't go there to defend. It was actually, they were actually on the front foot, consistently taking the ball in Point Noir. So it was, CSI played a very interesting game. That attack was the best form of defense. Maybe that was what gave us the kind of the kind of result that we wanted to, but it was really, really impressive the way the team went about getting that result. It was a very tense game, make no mistake about it. The Congolese had some decent opportunities to, there was a particular point where their striker was one-on-one with the keeper. He came up with an excellent save, kept Nigeria in the game. Even CSI substitutions were attacking ones, consistently reinforcing the team. So plenty of credit must go to Samson Siasia playing the game that he played. But like we did say, he has been in this position in the past. The experience of that encounter with Ghana, where we were almost losing it and where he had to come up with the results, was particularly heartwarming, and I cannot but congratulate him and his team.
Okay, let's take a look at what we have on the screen. The final round of qualifiers for the CAF Under-23 Championship. Congo, Nigeria return leg game ended goalless. Nigeria qualifying 2-1 on aggregate. Zambia 0-0 with Cote d'Ivoire. The same result from the first leg. Zambia winning via penalties. And then you had Tunisia beating Morocco 2-0 in the second leg. Of course, Morocco won the first leg 1-0, and they ended 2-1 on aggregate. All right, so these are the results. For South Africa, they were truly at home, hammering Zimbabwe 3-0 to qualify 4-1 on aggregate. Mali knocked out the defending champions, Gabon, 2-0 in Bamako to qualify, 3-0 on aggregate after winning the first leg away from home. And then Sierra Leone and Algeria ended it goalless. Algeria already with an advantage from the first leg. Both games, of course, were played in Algeria. All right, so we have an idea of what exactly happened around the under-23 qualifiers for the men. Let's take a look at what happened for the women very quickly. We'll talk about the women as well. But let's just see if we can run through the results quickly for the women. Equatorial Guinea beat us 2-1. We have to state that it was after extra time. Nigeria scored first in the 12th minute through Ngozi Okobi, and we thought we had wrapped things up until 4 minutes to full time. We conceded a free kick and it was 1-1. Extra time, towards the end of extra time, we considered another goal, and so we were knocked out 3-2 on aggregate by Equatorial Guinea. Interesting result from Ghana. 1-1 from the first leg, but then 2-2 in the return leg means Cameroon qualify with the away goals rule after 3-3 on aggregate. And then South Africa knocked out Kenya, winning 2-0, of course, on aggregate. These are some of the results from the women's game. Let's talk now about the 8 teams that are in the final round. For the women, Equatorial Guinea will be meeting South Africa, and then Cameroon will be meeting Cote d'Ivoire, because Cote d'Ivoire qualified when their opponent withdrew from the competition. But let's talk about the men. The 8 teams that have qualified for the CAF Under-23 Championship that will be taking place in Senegal, November/December 2015. You have Nigeria. I have a feeling that this is how we're going to end at that tournament. Nigeria ending as champions. Zambia, Egypt, Tunisia, South Africa, Mali, Algeria, and the host, Senegal. Gentlemen, very quickly, we've talked a lot about what Siasia did, what he didn't do, but I think there's something that we need to highlight. I think we need to commend Samson Siasia. He learned from the mistake of Austin Eguavoin. Now he has a team that he has a lot of opportunity to improve without being worried about whether they're going to be available or not.
Absolutely, Tony. I think it was, he learned so fast. You know, this CAF Under-23 Championship is not on the FIFA's calendar. So the European clubs are not obliged to release Nigerian players within their ranks. So what he has done is to build his squad around home-based players. The last time, like you said, Eguavoin put so much hope on the Euro-based players, and at the last minute, he didn't come.
Started looking for players.
He had to assemble an emergency squad. So I think Siasia, what he needs to do, ensure that some of the few ones who are ready to play, who can, the federation can negotiate with their clubs, who are going to be available. But this squad should be kept together, keep on improving, playing top quality friendly games, and like you said, we can win this championship.
So the good thing is that the All Africa Games in September could be some form of dress rehearsal for Siasia ahead of the CAF Under-23 Championship.
Absolutely.
So he has a lot of chance to keep the squad in place and improve the squad.
To continue to blend and fine-tune the team. And remember, he carried out an extensive screening process, looking for players from all over the country. So he has a huge pool of almost 100 players at the last count that he can pick from, because Nigerian players will always constantly move abroad. So there are still some within the borders of Nigeria that he can always continue to work with. So I'm just pleased with the way that he has learned from the mistakes of the past. He has built the foundation of his team on players based here within the borders of Nigeria. He also has the All Africa Games to continue to test them with in competitive situations, because make no mistake about it, the CAF Under-23 Championship in November is going to be a tough tournament. Look at all the caliber of the teams that are there. So they'll be split into 2 groups of 4 each. The top 3 qualifiers in that competition will qualify for the for the Olympic Games. When you have South Africa, you have Algeria, you have Egypt, Tunisia. Wow,
Zambia.
You cannot afford to make a mistake.
And Mali.
So that's why the All Africa Games is an excellent testing ground or laboratory for him to test his team under competitive conditions going into the Under-23 Championships later in the year.
And of course, the All Africa Games will be taking place in September. The boys are expected back in the country tomorrow. Siasia says it will give them a few weeks to rest and recharge their batteries, and then they come into camp towards the end of the month to prepare for the All Africa Games in September. Now that they have qualified for the All Africa Games, they are the property of the Nigeria Olympic Committee. The Nigerian Football Federation will hand them over to the Nigeria Olympic Committee. The Nigeria Olympic Committee will make sure that they have good campaign, good preparation ahead of the All-Africa Games. So once again, we congratulate Siasia, and we hope that the team will not stop now, stop here, go to the All-Africa Games, win gold, go to Senegal, win gold, go to Rio, win gold.